Some of the main signs to let you know that you need to do a parasite cleanse because you have parasites, one would be skin issues. Eczema, psoriasis, skin breakouts, that refuse to resolve with the proper treatment. Second would be digestive disturbances, gas, bloating, indigestion. The third big sign is allergies. It could be food allergies, it could be environmental allergies. But if you're an allergy sufferer, then parasites are almost always the culprit behind that. It's a really good idea to do a parasite cleanse just for general support. Because if you think about it, even if you have like lower levels of parasites, everybody's got them. It used to be wisdom, and it still is in many cultures, just to do a parasite cleanse every year. Just get yourself cleaned out, right? We don't do that so much here in the US. But think about it. If you take even a smaller burden off your immune system, you've got way more energy to spend on other things. And also, if you think about it, it's kind of fascinating that two of the medications, one I do not mention because it gets your video banned, but it starts with an I, and it was used with the bad virus that went through a few years, but that one is an antiparasitic drug. The other one that's getting a lot of press right now is called fenbendazole, and there are people who have handled cancer with fenbendazole and other supportive vitamins. I'm not recommending that you go out and try that. It's not even sold for human use right now. But the point I'm trying to make is that when you look at the horrible virus we had, and you look at cancer, which is a scourge upon our society, two different antiparasitic medications have done a lot to help people with those conditions. Everybody has to do parasite cleansing on a regular basis to stay their healthiest. And so what I want to do is introduce you to my beginner level parasite cleanse. And even if you've done cleanses before, you can still do this kind of easy cleanse, and it's super, super effective. So 2 or 3 products from Cellcore is my favorite. So I've done different parasite cleanses over the years with people. These Cellcore products, we see the visible results. Now, it's important to understand when I say we see the results, it could be in symptoms or it could be in the toilet, right? 70% of parasites are microscopic. So a bunch of these that you cleanse out, you're not going to even see. Of the 30% that you can see, some of them are still small, like little grain of rice kind of size, and then some of them are big, like actual worms that you would see. Now, before you freak out, most of the time you're not going to see it unless you kind of go digging through the stool sample to see it, because they kind of hide inside the stool. But a lot of people like to see, and we call them diggers. And if you want to see what you're producing, then go for it. But you might accidentally, see one as it comes out. Now, a lot of people think, oh my gosh, is it going to be alive? Is it going to be moving? No, it's going to be dead. It's not going to, so it's not going to freak you out to that degree. All right, now that we're on to the happier part of this, let me go through the actual cleanse. So the first product is called Para 1. And Para 1 is a special kind of mimosa pudica seed, and their source for this is proprietary. They have certain forests that they, take this from, and super effective. Again, I've seen stuff with these cleanses that I've not seen with other cleanses. So what you're going to do to start with is take 2 Para 1 for an adult, and I would do that once a day. Once you've been cleansing for a week, 2 weeks, then see if you can go to the 2 twice a day. If you cleanse too much too fast, you might feel tired or achy or grumpy. I'm telling you, when you get rid of parasites, sometimes you will feel a bit moody. You may feel some gurgling, in your intestinal tract. We don't want more of that than what you can handle. So start with 2 once a day. After a week, see if you can go up to 2 twice a day. The second product is this one called Biotoxin Binder. When you kill parasites, they release waste products. The Biotoxin Binder acts like a sponge to just absorb all of that so that you can eliminate the waste products. Again, keep yourself feeling better. Now, the Para 1, if you mix it up with water, if you opened a cap and mixed it with water, it's super gelatinous. Kind of like if you've ever done chia seeds and mixed with some water, but even more so. The Biotoxin Binder is a powder. If you take these at the same time, the powder messes with the gelatinous nature of this and it won't be as effective. So you need to take these at opposite times of the day, but very important to do both of them. Now, some of you are going to need a third product called Bowel Mover. If you do not eliminate minimally once a day, preferably twice a day, you do want to help yourself along with the Bowel Mover. And you can take one in the evening and see if that works for you. If it doesn't get you going every day, do one morning, one night. You can do 2 and 2 if you need to. You're going to titrate up or work up that dose of the Bowel Mover until you're having a bowel movement every day. The cool thing about the Bowel Mover is you don't depend on it, right? As time goes on and you continue to take it, you're going to start needing less and less of it. And then pretty soon, before you know it, you're not even needing it at all, but you're still having great bowel movements. If you want to check in my link tree, there's a link. There's also a practitioner code, or you can comment Parasite, and I'll be sure and send that information to you in the comments section. But just be aware it is also on the link tree. I'm telling you guys, so many people I've worked with, the turning point in their feeling better is when they do a parasite cleanse. If you have allergies, you know, springtime is right around the corner, believe it or not, clean your gut. It helps reduce your allergy symptoms. I had a kid, well, he's not a kid anymore. I started working with him when he was about 4 years old, and I did a lot of, I used to do NAET treatments, Nembutal's allergy elimination treatment is what that stands for. And it's an acupressure treatment to desensitize you to different allergens in the environment. It works really well, but this kid, he still had a lot of allergies. Like, he was one of the more allergic people I've ever seen. He has done so well cleansing parasites. He's a young man now. He has no more problems with spring allergies that made him miserable. His energy's good. He's doing really, really well. So do yourself a favor. It's not going to hurt anything, and it could be the turning point you need to feel better.